Hi, this is Joy from CST Department second year. I am going to do the seventh experiment in the data structures lab. I'll show you the question. This is a question that is to implement insertion and selection sorting methods to sort list of string type data. Then I'll show you the program. This is a program. Hash include iostream and hash include stdlib is a .h is a call for the compiler to call the header file iostream to for the usage of input and output functions, and to call the standard library header file to use the exit function. Then I have divided this program into two sub functions. That is, one is to do the selection sort, and one is to do the insertion sort, and we have a main function. The selection sort function has a return type void, and it has two arguments, variables like an array of an array and n. Both of these variables are of type one is of type integer and the other is of type character. We have a variable mini of type integer and a variable temp of type character. Then we have a for loop to sort. So this for loop runs until this condition is true, that is I should be less than n minus 1, and after every iteration I is incremented. Mini is assigned the value of I. Then we have another for loop inside that. For int j is equal to, j is a variable like j is equal to I plus 1. This for loop runs until j is less than n, and j is incremented after every iteration. We have if statement. If a of mini is greater than a of j, then mini is assigned the value of j. Otherwise temp is equal to a of I is equal to a of mini, and a of mini is equal to temp. This is for swapping a of I and mini, a of I and a of mini. Then we have another function void insertion sort. This is for sorting the array using insertion sort algorithm. We have two arguments over here, an array of an array and a variable n. N is of type integer and the array is of type character. Then a variable I of type integer, and t is a variable of type character. It holds a value of the particular value of the array which is passed. And we have a variable j of type integer. J is assigned j is equal to I minus 1. Then we have a for loop. For I is equal to 1, I less than or equal to n minus 1. When this condition is true, the loop runs and I is incremented after every iteration. We have a while loop inside this. For this condition, a of j is less than t and j should be greater than or equal to 0. The condition is true, then a of j plus 1 will be assigned a of j, and j is decremented for every iteration. Otherwise a of j plus 1 is assigned t. Then we have the main function. Inside the main function we have two variables, choice and n of type integer, and we have a character variable ch. Then we ask the user to enter the size of the array, and it is stored in the variable n using scene statement. Then I declare an array of size n. The array is of type character. Then I again ask the user to enter the elements of the array. This is stored using the for loop and the scene statement. Value stored in this array, and this for loop runs until I is less than n. That is, n is the size of the array, maximum size of the array. Then I display the elements of the array. Then using a do while loop, and the switch case statement. I execute the option given by the user. The first option is selection sort and the second option is insertion sort. I ask the user to enter the choice to perform the sorting using cout statement, and it is the choice given by the user is stored in choice variable using scene statement. Then switch choice. If the option given by the user is 1, that is case 1, the selection sort function is called and the sorted array is displayed using this for loop. Otherwise, if the option is 2, then the insertion sort function is called and the sorted elements using this algorithm is stored. Then otherwise, in default it will show wrong option. Then to come out of this program, exit function is use exit 0 function. Then if the user wants to continue, he can press Y, otherwise he can press any other character. Now I'll build and run the program. This is built, so there's no errors. Now we'll run. Now I'll enter the size, let it be 5. Enter the element A, no, like we'll give it in the reverse order, E, D, C, B, A. Now it goes. Using selection sort, I arrange the element, we get A, B, C, D, E, and yeah, I want to continue. Using insertion sort, I'll show. Yeah, again we get the sorted array, and now. So the program is successfully compiled and executed. Thank you.